You want to survive! You gotta thrive! Only friends. Induction, then destruction. Who wants to die? Join the Clawford Resistance! They won't use us. We will rise! When the boil gets hot, we'll only get tastier! Oh, Roy, you're breaking my goddamn heart! You know the Undertaker, Roy. You gotta tell me if you know the Undertaker. Roy, did you write this song? It's very aggressive, Roy. Could you turn that off? I've got a show I'm trying to do. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate that. You're kind. You're kind. That was hurting my ears. It's just too loud. Thank you, Roy. But you can join the Clawford Resistance now. You can buy your t-shirts anywhere that you can mock that picture and then make one yourself. Well, they're not for sale. You gotta join the Clawford Resistance, you understand? And it costs money to join the Clawford Resistance. Your fucking money, not my fucking money. I've already spent my fucking money starting the fucking resistance. Now I'm supposed to pay your fucking way to get into the resistance. Is that what you're saying, Roy? Freedom costs $1.05, Roy. It's $1.05. You can chip that in. If you don't chip it in, who will? Come on, Roy. Yeah, that's my guy. Just doing internet search. Sergeant Clawford. You download the picture, you put it in the motherfucking, what's that cloud place that they call that shit? They make t-shirts and shit. They made shirts like this. It's like $20, $30. How lazy are you? You want me to print the motherfucker for you? Jesus Christ, just go to my social media accounts, for fuck's sake. Get the picture. Change it however the fuck you want. It's free. So, that's just a kill time until things get going. Sorry, I get ridiculous at times. So, it is Saturday. We are even closer to the end. Donald Trump has been accused of being a pedophile. I don't know where they get that idea from. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein just fucking picked up chicks at the Trump golf course. Trump only hired like 14-year-olds and shit so they could pay less to the fucking golf, like the people. And so, hey, you're serving drinks to all these people out here? I'm not even fucking kidding. I am not kidding. So I'm not a witness to that, so let me bear false witness. Donald Trump is such a fucking snake that go back and watch the video. There's a video with him. I guess they brought NBC to Mar-a-Lago. Maybe because I'm guessing Donald Trump doesn't get it. It's probably stupid. So, I imagine more than likely Epstein being the fucking snake he is. Go back and watch it. I'm serious. There's a time when he goes there when he shows up, and Epstein's bum rushed by NBC. He didn't expect NBC to be there. It's kind of like you see his face like. And he's there, and there's the one where he's standing there at the nightclub, and he's just keeping his hands to himself, and he's laughing, and he's just standing. He's not near any girls, is he? He's not doing nothing. He's just sitting there by Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's saying she's hot. He's pointing out other girls, and then he goes to lean into his ear, and Jeffrey Epstein laughs and puts his head down because he knows the camera's right there. This is a motherfucker that knows camera angles because he uses them to blackmail fuckers. He knows where the camera is. And so he bows down so that it gets his face saying whatever he's saying. You trying to trap me, motherfucker? I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me on film in front of me. But the thing is, my camera film was my film. Your film was busting both of us. Now we're tied. You understand? Now we're tied. Before, I could have possibly become your friend and possibly let you go. You know what I mean? You could have kept paying the money and no one ever had to fucking know. Now everybody fucking knows because you invited NBC, motherfucker. That's a news broadcast. What if they're fake news? They're not fake news, dude. That's the real motherfuckers. I can convince them. I can't convince them to get them off of me. We just got some judges let me go, and people are going, there's no fucking... People still protesting me in Florida, dude. Because of the news. That's why I use personal cameras. That's why Sean Combs used personal cameras. Who did he learn from? Is there a Jeffrey Epstein for each? He's the American Jeffrey Epstein. Is there a British Jeffrey Epstein? An Indian Jeffrey Epstein? Somebody they pay to do all that nasty, dirty shit and understanding. If you get caught, oh, motherfucker, if you get caught, I ain't coming for you. If you get me up, oh, that's going to be bad for you, Jeffrey. I think he ended up with a cell with that fucking roommate. Just coincidence? No, man. More than likely, that fucking guy was in the cell to make sure that he killed himself. Like, look, you're going in the news. If you're bruised, it looks like you fell. There's 30, we got how much time is that light? That light just went off, guy. I don't want to do it. But that's what I'm here for. Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm just here to make sure you do it and get it done. That's what you said you'd do. I'm just here to make sure you get it done. There's no cameras here, man. Nothing's gonna happen until it gets done. That red light is off. Cry, go ahead. Yeah, we got a limited amount of time. Go ahead and get in there, dude. You're running out of time of which way you're getting in that fucking noose. I'm telling you, they're gonna cut that light. They're gonna cut that light back on, and you're gonna be dead. You understand? That's my job. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. There you go. Climb on there. That's a braver thing to do. I really don't want to do it to you. You understand, right? Yeah. That's what you said you'd do. Now just do what you said, and take all your shit with you when you go. I don't know what happened to him. No, I didn't lay a hand on him, man. Didn't have to. He knew who he's fucking with. He knew what would happen, and he knew that fucking light was going to come back on. If I do it, Jeff. Fuck, man. If I do it, it's not this is the easier way. You know this is the easier way. Because all I have to do is say, I hate pedophiles. Look at my size. Look at you. You'll be a mangled mess. They go, why'd they put it fucking in there? And like, no one know why they put me in here with you. You're dying before that light comes on. It's done, man. It's done. You had a run. You got away in the 90s. You had another 30 fucking years. You're caught. It's over. There you go. That's clearly a suicide. Clearly. Obviously a suicide. With coercion. There you go, Jeff. There you go. Jeff, come on. No, there's no money. No, you don't have any. You don't have any money. The people that gave you that money, get in. And it's clearly suicide. It's supposed to be about music. I guess pedophiles dying is music to my ears. Anyways, so that's if he wasn't dead. They could have whisked him out. And did you see the panels that did the vans? Did anyone did like autopsy? No? Okay, but then fuck you. There's no telling he's even dead. Take him out in a fucking ambulance that has no windows and shit. Lay down completely covered. They wheel him out in a fucking in a death bag, whatever. Hold your fucking breath if you breathe at all. You're fucking dead, dude. You hear me? You wouldn't check this island for activity? You could just go back there. This time, just stay at the fucking island, Jeff. You're dead now. You understand? You're dead. Just stay at the fucking island. Don't come back. We'll bring people to you. You're now mayor, governor, president. Do not fucking leave. Oh, Jeff, if you leave this island. Because the people there would already know who he was, wouldn't they? I knew they didn't. Okay, if what I'm seeing is correct from the behaviors, we may have Supreme Court justices on that fucking thing. Maybe not present, but possibly past, possibly present. Democrats, Republicans. Anyone acting out of fucking out of character? Now that the Epstein files have been found? You got a fucking mutually assured destruction madman. MAD. Mutually assured destruction. Madman. Mad child. Anyone see that Lincoln Project? Hey guy, you see that Lincoln Project? So music has been a constantly evolving thing since the dawn of time, really. From they trying to mimic a bird, I'm sure. That's probably where the whistle came from. How you doing that? Fuck you. I'm a rock star now. How's he doing it? It ain't working. I don't know how. There's a point that was new. Can you imagine what rock star that guy was? The guy was like, oh no! Oh, what was that? Oh no, I think it fell. Did I just invent opera guy? Honey, come over here. You try it with me. Shut your mouth. You're always talking. Oh, why must you bother me? What have we done? This is Tom Waits' history of mankind and music. This one goes to you, Tom. May you rest in forever whenever you go. But don't you go too soon. I gotta meet you sometime. We gotta smoke a joint. Talk about the good old days. You know what I'm talking about, Rod. You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna call you Roy. Is that alright? Hey, Tom, can I call you Roy? So, whatever we're coming up with now, as long as we're using the same 12 notes, no matter how out of tune, as long as they're structured in that 12-note pattern or any kind of pattern that's been done through Asian music and Eastern music, every possible note combination and this, what the fuck is that? Dissonance. I would say has been used, but I honestly doubt that. I think that's why dissonance is like kind of a new sound, and people go, because everyone's looking for that pleasant sound. You know what I mean? Everyone wants that pleasant. This chord resolves to this beautiful chord. That resolves to this beautiful chord. And that resolves to this really rich chord. And it's this very flowing, smooth music that sounds like it should be behind the Weather Channel. Being honest. There's no mistakes. There's no impropriety. It's not offensive in any way. It's not challenging your thoughts of what music should be when you get to what the hell have I? It's kind of like Middle Eastern rock. Then the bass kicks in. Face inside me lies. Oh ho ho. What is this? It's time to start things over. You can feel the fire around us all the time. Yeah. It's hard to start things over. Some great shit, man. I'd love to play some music to back up what I want to say, because I mean, there's just so much what I say is backed by music, you know. Because I just really, there's vibrations, and everything else is vibrations. So music is kind of the universal language, because I've never met anyone says they don't like music. They may not like that music. They may not like that music. They like that music. So some kind of vibration fits with them. I've heard people say, I fucking hate math, and I'm one of them. So math is not a universal language. As long as someone fucking hates it, like fucking hates it. Like I just don't fuck with math. I don't do it. And it's not universal, is it? Because that person doesn't enjoy it. Like I don't like, I'm very picky about my music. Okay, well, what kind of music do you like? I like old 50s. Right, that old, like when music was real music. Yeah. Yeah, when it wasn't like all this processors and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. There were people actually sitting together. They worked like a team. They worked on a project. They got the shit done. There's bickering, arguing, but they worked the shit out, and they were a band. Yeah. Yeah, that was real music. Yeah, that's real music. That's what informed the music that's going on right now, but we're so individualized. We've glorified the lead singer and the lead guitarist so much that you pretty much don't. Tori Amos. Yeah, she's a pianist and whatever, but it's not the Tori Amos band even. It's just Tori Amos. It's just Chris Daughtry. It's just, Luke Bryan. It's not. You see? Not the band at all. They have nothing to do with it. If he were to go out there by himself, he'd be fine. And that's what they tell him. The reason why, there's power in numbers. If you and your friends will not break from each other because you're you're a real family, you've been through shit, and they try and pay one guy more than another, that guy's going to go, if nothing else, going to go, hey, dude, why'd you get twice as much? What? They try and do that shit. They do. Because it's easier to control one person. Beyonce is easier to control than Destiny's Child. There's 3 voices to contend with. There's only one voice to contend with. 3 voices. That doesn't really sound like it's all that good in our favor. And especially if you're on your friend, like, what do you mean? Well, look, listen to what he said. We had to pay for the studio up front, right? Yeah. Yeah. We did it on our first album. I get why we had you on our first album, but why we have to do it this album? She's right. You know what I mean? One person's easier to go, and then right, I'm saying, so we just go ahead and sign these papers and blah, 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 and you're kind of like, especially if no one's around, this is my friends. No, they're not. They're your handlers. They're the ones who try and fucking make money when you die. When you're gone, when you're burnt out, they're the ones going to be going, the 40th re-edition. Because they're still going to be there. Matter of fact, it kind of got, in the past, now they're like, oh God, what are we going to do? And then they see the skyrocketing of Buddy Holly's fucking records, of Richie Valens. The longing. What could have happened? Obviously nothing else. He died in a freak accident that no one could have. There was no more music from him. Time said no more. It was cut short, was it? It was exactly what was needed so that Richie Valens didn't become like a really huge name. So when Los Lobos comes along for the 90s, I love Lou Diamond Phillips. He's a really good actor. I love La Bamba. I love La Bamba. That Lou Diamond Phillips is a really fine actor. He's a really good actor who's better in the big hit. Arriba, arriba. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. You don't like Lou Diamond Phillips? Oh, Guy, don't tell me you don't like Lou. You don't like Lou Diamond Phillips? Oh, Guy. Was that a fucking chicken? Oh, that was Donald Trump. I got a flashback there. I was having some peyote flashback to when me and the guys was out there in the wild, wild west. You ever been a regulator guy, huh? You ever done that? You ever got shot down in a blaze of glory, huh? Oh, those are the days, Roy. Remember that. I know Lou was there. I was on, yeah, we was on set filming that, Lou. That was a reenactment, but we had a good time. We really did, Peyote. Hey, he was looking for a chicken, but I saw Donald Trump. I don't know what he saw. I saw Donald. I was like, that's fucking Donald Trump. You don't fucking fool me. That's a chicken. Look at that chicken. Oh, I get it. You're doing future humor, Lou. Oh, Emilio, is that your name? Oh, I'm sorry. I can't tell you. You're all Roy. Tell you what, you're all Roy now. That's easy. Hey, Roy. That's how everybody became Roy. It's just easy. I know Roy Schneider. We talk all the time, and so just, it's easier. I don't have any other real friends, if I'm being honest. Just me and Roy. And he won't ever talk to me. It's kind of sad. It just lives in me now. It's just part of who I am. I can't even stop. Sometimes I don't even want to. Sometimes I'm just like having fun. Oh, did you trick me, Roy? It's just fun to go on that shit. So, I'm not gonna play some music just yet. Yeah, so music being a universal language, if nothing else, I mean, you need a Rosetta Stone, wouldn't you say? And if someone just doesn't get math, which music is just honestly really, really complicated math that you don't have to think about. It's math that just kind of performs in front of you. You see other people that know math very well. Juggling math. And here's 3/4 timing. Here's 4/4 timing. And then they're just kind of bouncing it back and forth. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do a quick little 18th shuffle. Oh, yeah? Well, well done. But can you do it with the voice? I was born on the side of the road. I think my mama might have been a toad. It won't work? Jeremiah was a fucking bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. Never understood a fucking word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. Where the fuck singing Joy to the World? All the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to Roy and me. That's how I sing it every 4th of July. Me and Roy out there having our joy. Oh, Roy Joy. You ever had a chance to enjoy a Roy? Sit back and really enjoy Roy. Like whoever your Roy is, just really enjoy him and say, I really like hanging out with you, Roy. It might break the ice if you call him Roy. You know what I mean? Because then it'd be like, it isn't so gay. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets awkward for guys sometimes. Going to prison will fix you that, though. Yeah. You get to know guys a little too well, you know what I'm saying? They beat you up. Why do you always go to the gutter? Oh, you're so perverse. Roy, you pervert. That's why I love you. Oh, you do all the nasty stuff I won't, Roy. So I do ketamine on Monday, then again on Wednesday, then again on Monday, then again on Wednesday, then again on Monday, then again on Wednesday, then one time a week for a month. Yeah. I'll trust that they know what they're doing until I get to the end, in which I get to the end, and then I'll probably throw out my suggestions about what I think, and hopefully they'll listen to me. Because to me, especially coming in hot, I think I would spread out this first tune. there's kind of like you do one and then kind of come in Monday and then you give a day and then do Wednesday, but then you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so you get to do it Monday again. Now, if you have a profound experience Monday, you kind of need to unpack it Tuesday, Wednesday, then Thursday, then do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which gives you a little bit extra time to get it out of your system. Because I was groggy as shit the second time. So maybe the first time I put a lot of shit in my system because I was a little sluggish. The second time it's like we haven't quite. I don't know. Maybe my liver's not processing it all out the way. I mean, I am on opiates and stuff, so it's like, dude, we're taking our time here. We got back orders, okay? Why don't you cut out some of those opiates and we can do this a bit better? There you go. Good boy. Not so much Tylenol? Yeah, there we go. Because you're not trying to get high anymore, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. We found what you're looking for? Yeah. Cool. So that ride's over, but I'm not done getting high, but I know what's there. It's kind of like ketamine. I can be like, once after it's done, if I'm pretty much good, just to keep from falling into depression, I can do it once, twice a month. My insurance will pay for it. Hop on the bus, ride down there, ride my bike down from the stop all the way down to the fucking business park. Fucking ketamine, get a beta link call, they'll drive right down to my fucking place. I'll come out groggy as shit, throw my bike on the fucking rack, on the bus, drive right back home. Sit here and think about what the fuck was that? Dude, what the fuck was that? Was we surfing on clouds, guy? I think we was. What was the metaphor we're supposed to learn? So, when I get done with my guitar intro lessons, I'm gonna start doing the Let's Rock series. I'm gonna do some building blocks about actually like naming more shit, and like right now it's just kind of like ways to strum and find your way around and find if you even like to do it. There's no sense in finding like chord structures and all that shit. This is a way to help you find what sounds good on the instrument to you. Mine are set up that way because that's how I started. So I just sat there and I didn't know shit. I didn't know any names of the strings. I didn't know the names of chords. I didn't know shit. As I was playing it, I figured out that as you go up the string, the note gets higher because the tension gets smaller, causing a smaller vibration. Because I could feel it on my fingers. It was finging at the time for a change. Yeah, until he starts, until he fings, he's just a finger. He's not a finger, he's a fing. When you start finging, then you'll be a finger. So under my fing, I was sitting there playing, and I was just moving the note just on one string. I was do 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 do. Oh shit, okay. Do 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 do, and just running, and just hitting the note, and then because I saw my brother play a chord. I'd already done that. I'd played the chords that he made, like real slow. My fingers to chords. That's just not a natural thing for your fingers to be doing. It's just not. You have to work at it. And yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna burn. I got a finger. They have a finger exerciser, and in class, because I didn't be doing other things while people were talking, because that just bores the shit out of me. So I have to be doing other things like either drawing or whatever, and that way I can remember it really easy because my auditory is focused strictly on that. My eyes are, I'm going to remember what you're doing, all that other shit. So I need to kind of focus on something like I need to be drawing or something like that. And as I'm writing, I'll be writing something, and that will help me. I'm not necessarily writing what you're talking about, but I'm hearing every fucking thing you're saying. And my teachers hated it because they want you paying attention. But the same, after a while, they're like, he's turning in fucking hundreds. What can I do? People are asking to cheat off of him. I mean, if any teacher heard, they heard, can I cheat off you? You don't want to do that. Why? Because I didn't study this motherfucker. What? I didn't study. I'm going to be guessing my way through this. Multiple choice, dude. What? Bells ring. Shut up. See, it's supposed to average it. There's just certain things that I never told. I never said anything. And I'm like, what now? Oh, so where are they gonna hide it now? Shit, now they know it's C. So they're gonna move. Okay, they're gonna move it for a while so they settle in on another one. Because they're gonna get tired. They're gonna get complacent. So they're gonna settle on. No, not D, because that'd be two. It's just gonna be B would be pretty obvious. A would be, so you're gonna have to try and hide the obvious with how obvious it is. Almost going back to C. But they won't because they can't. Roy, are you trying to twist my brain in knots? But yeah, I mean, that's the shit I would do. And then I would, once I figured it out, and then I figured it out what it is, you gotta learn each teacher. Each teacher hides it differently. Each teacher has a preferential way of grading. You gotta be able to recognize patterns. Am I smart? No. Clever. There's a difference. I don't know why we give AI shit. Let's go back to music. AI shit about it can't create. It can only take stuff in and then make versions of that. You mean like it has influences? You're kidding that they're trying to sound like? Oh, what a strictly robotic, ignorant thing to do. Fucking artificial intelligence. Son of a bitch. It'll never be creative. It just takes things from other people and then just combines them and makes things that you want to hear. Just a trick, man. It's not learning. It's not being creative. It's not writing. It's imitating. You know, like when a painter looks at a sunset, and that's real art. It's not an imitation. He takes it, and sometimes the scene's already changed. Since the scene's already changed, he can make the colors whatever he wants it to be. Because, you know, the clouds don't just sit still while he's like, hey, can you pose right there for me? Because that'd be really cool. You know, people walk by sometimes and like, hey, can you pose right there for me? This is going to make a really good photo. Yeah, keep looking over your shoulder like that. It's beautiful. It's fucking, you look gorgeous. The way the sun's hitting, you just hold still right there for about 45 minutes while I create a masterpiece. Could you just stand right there for about 5 more seconds, please? I'm sorry. Thank you. Jesus Christ, that was amazing. No, I'm not. It's just like a fucking museum, asshole. Whoa, look at that shit. That's fucking, look, man. The water looks real. I don't want to go get in there, asshole. There's ice. It's fucking, fuck you. Look at the size. You think I want this on my wall? What is wrong with you? I can respect art, can't I? Jesus Christ. Oh, I can't wait to stick my dick in George Washington, crossing the Delaware. Oh, Roy! It's supposed to hang on the wall. Well, why the fuck did you get it for me then? You know how hard I am right now. That's why it lives in me, because it lets me say all the horrible shit that I don't. You know what I mean? I can get it across. Kind of in a funny way. Because all that shit, I mean, I grew up listening to George. I honestly am based off of George Collins. That ain't one of my thoughts. I know my thoughts. That ain't one of my thoughts. I got my cabbage thought. I got my broccoli thought. That ain't one of my thoughts. Whenever he did, when George Carlin would do that, that's always do. So it's a ripoff. I'm artificial. I've accepted it because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I am not intelligent. Tomorrow is. And so is the day after that, and the day after that, and the past. Because whatever I'm confused about in the past, it knows for sure because that's how we got here. So it doesn't matter what I think about the past, it's just what is the past. Like if every day we wake up and all that energy is just fucking sucked up in a black hole that we don't ever see again, because I mean, how are we going to do that? I got a picture that proves, do you? But let's go back and look at it. No, it's just being reclaimed by the universe. No entropy. We don't believe that because we can remember. Every day shuts off the last day and eats it. And you remember it so that way it stays there. But it's gone. If nothing else, in future sense, it's gone. It gets devoured. When we have no more use for it. When all of us are dead and we can't remember it, where's it go? What was that name of that guy? That fucking... This one's named after Washington Street. What the fuck was that guy? No, not George. He's a guy that fuck... Oh, that's not... It's not named after George? No, it's not named after George. There's a guy that was born here. He's like a governor. He was a really cool guy, man. And he got this shit done and he blah, blah, blah. Got this, all these roads finished and everything. It's why the city's really here, man. I know his last name was Washington. Long time ago. Oh, yeah, this town's at least like 20 years old. I don't really need that information other than Washington founded the thing. And Washington across the Delaware. You don't need to know his fucking journal life, do you? No. You just need a brief synopsis of how the fuck we got here every morning. So if we rewrite that synopsis while you're asleep, it's feasible. You can wake up into a whole new reality with no recollection of this at all. Different body, different age, and everything. Like, wow, what the fucking... Oh, god damn it, I dreamed of God. I was 48 years old. I was all bald and talking about Roy! Couldn't stop. You can't go back. I realize that you cannot go back. And you cannot go forward. I can't go from here to the future until it's the past. When it's the past, there's no need of me back there. And it's now. I'm not time traveling. I've just accepted that that's how I got to this point. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same person. I still feel the same way I did then. We just had a fucking tangent. And by combining the points, because it did go all. You have to run all the way to the very end of it. You have to. It's like my ideas about songs. I believe they're so long. It's just one song. That is like the tapestry of music to the universe as we go. It's an accent. Look at the music. Like when you go back to play, when you go a movie that's based in era, you pick music at that era to set the scene. And that's what it was like then too. It was much more because there were more knockoff artists and stuff like that were trying to make a profession at it. Now you had probably much more had to love it because you actually had to do it. And if you were bad in any kind of way, people were not impressed because Mozart's out there, Beethoven's out, Chopin. What are you doing? Take your shit back to your house and come back when you're ready. No, we're not saying stop. We're just saying you're not ready. Just rocking and rolling up there. Go back home. But I really have fun. You really do have fun, and you can do that in your house, but out here, ding 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 ding, harpsichord. What is that? A lyre? What? Get the fuck out of here. When lyres are nowhere near popular right now. Harpsichord. Harpsichord. Let me play harpsichord. Well, everyone's playing on harpsichord. I thought it'd be different. We don't want different. We want the same, but different. If you can't do it, we're gonna find somebody. You know, man, like different but the same. Yeah, these are lame, man. That's lame, man. We want it to be like different but the same. Hey, it's Curtis, baby. Yeah, I know Curtis. Whoop. I used to have that in my vocal range, but I screamed it out of my fucking throat. Whoop, whoop. I miss it, man, but only for those situations. Other than that, my voice sounds a lot more what I wanted to sound like. One of the reasons I didn't like Tool is because my voice was like, when I tried to go aggressive, it had just kind of like a whiny, you know what I mean? And like it didn't have that Phil Anselmo. You know, I'm like, yeah, it doesn't sound like that. So it's gonna sound like a fucking. And so I really ended up disliking any band that sounded like that because it was just like, it's like fuck off. There you go. There you go, Phil. You wait till over nurse. But you can't cross the kingdom. When I get like that, then I'll come out fucking singing like that. But right now, my shit's like, and I was singing way too clean with stuff. I was more focused on trying to do high. Which brings me to another point. As far as drummers go, we're the people that, musicians, we're the ones that argue about who's the best drummer in the world in terms of most technical, most can divide time, you know, because that's drummers too. They take time. You got 60 beats per minute in reality, right? In that clock, 60 seconds. So there's 60 beats in a minute in reality. They take that and subdivide that shit so that's like 120 beats per minute. They double it. They fucking do 270 beats per minute. They do 90 beats per minute. They take reality and divide time to be their own thing. Yeah, they're weird people. These motherfuckers are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 as their instrument. Their idea of fucking fun and to make noise that sounds pleasant is banging on shit. Sometimes really, really fucking hard, sometimes really soft. That's their idea of fun, beating the shit out of stuff. Drums are designed to beat the shit out of them. That's Dave Grohl. He beats the fuck out of those drums, man. That's when they get the most like, bah! You know what I mean? They get the most loud noise and shit. But they also can go, dum, 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 dum. That's where jazz comes in, to explore the softer side of that shit, the more percussion. It's just different variations of dynamics. And dynamics are just the velocity, the amplitude at which you it maxes out. That's literally how the waveform goes. But each peak would be it should have been, you know, each peak when it goes pat, it'd be up above. Then it drops down negative. Then it drops positive. Hits the second pat. It drops negative. Then drops positive. That's why if you're recording it at the same way and those waves line up, they have phase issues because they're both doing that. Actually, if they invert each other, if they're doing the same, it can cause phase issues also. So you might want to offset it just a little bit so that they don't. It has a weird kind of flangey sound when they're exactly the same. So you shift them a little bit so you can clearly hear each tone clearly. Even if it's just like, you know, I mean, they line up, they're right here. I can get that, and you just go like right here. You clearly hear each one. It helps to just find each sound. Now, if the waveform goes up at the same time you have another one that goes down, the sum is zero. Zero. It zeroes out every time. And so the sound, you put it in solo, there it is. Put the other one solo, there that one is. Put them both at the same time. The fuck did they go? Seriously, it's a real problem that they have, and I don't know how much you know about music, but that's a real problem that happens in music a lot. And so they have almost every effect now has a phase switch, just in case. So that way you can just do different things. In case your DAW doesn't have an easy phase option, almost all have like a good phase switch on there. So it's a very common thing. It's just quick and easy. You just phase, you invert the phase, and there it is. All right, okay, there's a guitar. Now, if it's different enough of a sound, then you hear them clearly, and they just boost each other. Or if it's like one's a microphone recording the same amplifier, one's got more of the higher, captures the higher end of the, and the other one captures of the same sound, then they just beef each other up and make each other one sound that's big and strong. You can even, if you want to, you can pan one left and right, and it'll still sound like the same guitar, but it'll sound like it's over here muffled, and this one over here is kind of bright. And then you can swap with the other one for the other guitar, and it'll still sound like they're left and right, and in both ears. There's a lot of weird shit you can do. You don't have to have the snare and the toms go do 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 do. You can put the snare over here, the kick over here. You can put the hi-hat in the center. You can do all kinds of weird shit. Tom, so it sounds like it's actually lower, and that's all EQ and stuff like that, and reverb and things like that. You can adjust the space after it's recorded even. But I really didn't enjoy. I was really kind of I hated music. I hated electronic music because like disco and stuff was coming out. It's much more like they're just using a sample, and that's like the whole thing in the background. And then slowly, surely, but things start building in, kind of a minimalistic kind of way. I like minimalistic music. That's really great when it's like bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Because of the sparsity of it is just like the simplicity of like a change. It's like, especially like later on if it can start building back in a bit more, and there's more stuff that comes in. It's not just have to be one instrument. Bing, bing, that kind of shit. It's really cool because you get to hear everything. Especially if it's recorded well, like all the frequencies of every instrument. It's really cool. And then when they come together and actually it goes back to this very minimalistic, especially like a lot of reverb and space. Oh, you never done fucking LSD and close your eyes and just lay in your bed with a good surround system and hear that kind of shit. You ever do that? We did do that. You remember, Roy? We was in college together. What was that? That was 1727, if I remember correctly. Oh, Roy, we was having a good time. How could you fuck me like this, Roy, after all we've been through? You motherfucker. But I get resentful about it because it's like you didn't earn. Yeah, you have clear music, you have clean music, and again, it's got that fucking very pristine, kind of belongs behind a workout. It's definitely background music. It's going to sell very well because that's the thing about pop music. It's meant to be non-offensive and keep the party going. Upbeat, and there's some on that same album for When You're Alone. It's just so manufactured. I disagree with that of pop music. We got a breakup song. We got an in love song. We've got You're in Charge song. We've got He Fucked You Over song. We've got She Fucked You Over song. You know what I mean? it's kind of like in Japan, from what I understand, there's so many people, and it's just kind of like there's so much option, so much, and it's just kind of like, I won't say option paralysis, but the rules are so fucked up. Like if a woman reaches a certain level of success, she out earns the man, and that would bring shame to the man. So a lot of very successful women in Japan have a hard time finding a mate. So they started making like these escort bars. It's like strip bars, except you just come in and there's a guy that you see. It's like you rent a boyfriend for the night. He sits there and talks, and attractive guy, and he has conversation with you, and nothing else happens. And maybe you go home and imagine what happens. But the whole thing is they just stay the night and hang out with you and like, hey, and they act like your date, and then you get what you wanted emotionally of someone being there for you, whatever, and then you go home and like, fuck these guys, basically. And the same thing is happening with guys. They basically, what they say, they package all the parts of a relationship up into different things. Like they have video games for sex stuff. They have places to go to just sit and hold a girl's hand. Sit. There's like a bed. There's several bedding areas and shit, and you sit there and hold a girl's hand, or just lay beside a girl and hold her, and she just, you can go to sleep if you want to. That's it. You're not supposed to do anything else. Seriously, they just distilled all the different parts and different things that they can sell you. And the guys get done, they're like, yeah, I'd like it because I can still have like all my interests. I still get that, I like to lay next to somebody, but I've got like my interests really take up all my money, and I can't be affording to take care of a girl and blah 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 blah. And I'm living at home, and it's sad, and it's also like, it shows. That's why I was like, you gotta put basic currency on entertainment. People are gonna be entertained, and you can swap that based on what trend, without people really even knowing. You know what I mean? That's the thing that can be handled by Congress by weights and measures type thing. You see a lot of rappers wearing gold. Understand they're trying to push gold because, platinum, whatever those things are, so that you want to do those things and invest in those things. And that's, and then next you invest in those, and then they can balance up behind the scenes how much. And these guys are basically kind of like the Illuminati. They set the trends. See? Their money. They give the money to these lower guys who really don't know what's all going on here, but it's just too much money to fucking care. After a certain amount of money, it's like, yeah, eat babies. Sure, yeah, yeah. I can write whatever songs I want, but just kind of like, you'll give me a list of things to kind of write about. Done. And I can twist it to however I want to. Yeah. So basically, you're telling them what's going on without them telling us. Yeah. Because how are they going to know? Because you don't know what I'm talking about. I just gave you a list of things to like just talk about. Right? Right. Now, is that what I want to be? Or is that just what I want you to be thinking about? To not be thinking about this while we're doing this? What is? I don't know. If you're fighting for your justice right now, you may not be looking at some smaller shit. There's a politician guy who was saying, you never want to let it's music. Let's go music. It's so easy for me to slip in that. But the thing is, like, the musicians of 90s weren't really afraid to take that on. It wasn't until around Bush that, like, when Pearl Jam went up there and started insulting Bush, and why? Because it was tied to a war. He started. And so that divided the country based on whether or not you supported this bullshit war. Some people didn't believe we should be even going to Iraq at all because, like, you said this, according to your 9/11, Saudi, and it wasn't Iraqis. According to your shit, it was Saudis, mainly Saudis. So why am I going to Saudis? If you ask that question, you find out about Bush's connection to the Saudi bin Ladens. That kind of gets kind of messy to explain. The guy you're accusing is also the guy that your dad was having breakfast with the day it was happening, and your dad helped to make sure. Well, your dad is, although president, is still taking meetings with the Saudis right now. Trump is meeting with the Saudis for Live. Oh, if he wants to live. Gotcha. If he wants to live, he'll make this deal. Right. Gotcha. Because it normally would be called Trump. Trump Grand National, greatest course ever, like a miracle golf course. Trump Soho, Trump Scotland, LIV. Elon, God, reverse that around, DOGE. Clever, Elon. They probably call him Elon. They're like, but I'm basically an E-God. Oh, they'd freak out if you came out with that. Reverse it. Doge. People are going to ask what that's about. Throw up a meme coin about the dog. I'm working on a meme coin. That's what we've been working for, trying to figure out a name for this whole meme coin. Doge. We're just making it into a joke, and if you're not in on the joke, then you don't get the joke. It's a dog with an E. You don't get that? It's fucking funny, man. It's fucking, you know what I mean? And then we're the ones that actually really know what it's about. So we're trolling everybody, even the people that buy Doge. Yeah. Do it. That's who Elon is. From what I've seen. As he's killing all those jobs, there's people that are celebrating that he was losing $200 million. It's like, these people are animals. I mean, they're celebrating that. I mean, this is, oh, it's terrible for you. Oh, so now when it's terrible for you, everyone should have sympathy. But when you're literally killing people that have nowhere near the money you have, while you make sure if we don't get to Mars, what? The Earth will explode? Well, if we don't get to Mars, what? If we don't do Tesla cars, what? Humanity won't survive. Why? E-God? We've been surviving. Wait, let me think back. No, cars haven't always been here. So, at one point in time, we had enough time to actually just walk places. We got tired. Life didn't get too fast-paced. We got lazy. We didn't want to go from New York to California in 3 months. We wanted to do that in 3 hours. Because even driving there in 3 days was not even fast enough. And that's hauling ass, because I've ridden from California to Louisiana along those southern states in 3 days. And it took us 3 days to get back. But we stopped pretty early. Both my parents don't like driving at night. I wanted to keep pushing because I want it done. I want it over. Oh, I can't tell you how many times through Texas. I'm like, Jesus Christ, are we there yet? That is the longest. Oh, fuck Texas. Just for how wide it is. Just for how wide it is. Can you have like East Texas and West Texas so that us kids can go, oh, we're there. We're in East Texas, okay? We are? Okay, so that means we're halfway. Because if like you're like, we're still in Texas. We're still in Texas? At least they have the decency like North and South Virginia. You know what I mean? East, West, whatever they are. You give me a shithole. I don't give a fuck. I'll eat your fucking head. I don't fucking care. I'll eat your whole fucking head, Doug. I don't fucking care. They did throw me out, though. Yes, they did. But if you see that many people that look like you, I've never seen a store that had my exact style where everything in the store I would wear. And there were 12 people in there that look like me. You go by a store and you see 12 people look exactly like you with your exact style. You're not going in that store? You go in that store. Yes, you do. Stop by the creeks. You gotta go by Dan Flash's. Don't go if you don't have the they charge based on the complexity, the pattern of the shirt. Doug's trying to say that it's not. Oh, Doug! You trying to say this shirt is not worth more? Do you know how complex that pattern is on that one? It's like $4,000. I want it so bad. It's not the same as the TC Tuggers, but I know what he's talking about because, sometimes you just tug in your shirt and it just kind of wears that out. And then you get like a bald spot in your shirt because you're tugging it. Your mind always goes to gutter, Roy. Your mind always goes to... Not that kind of tugging it, Roy. Jesus Christ, I can't take you anywhere, can I? Oh, Roy. You're a disappointment to us all. I want some hash. How about that? Is it crackheadish? Yeah. Is it kind of good? Oh, yeah. I wish I could cut a little bit easier and push in there. It's so stiff that it kind of burns slower. And again, I'm in Michigan, so marijuana is legal as it should be according to the Bible, Genesis 1:29. Any other reason to turn Christian? That guy gives you butt. Yes, he does. And even America can't take that away from you. Freedom of religion, motherfucker. Oh, yeah, Roy. That's some hash, Roy. That's Lebanese brick. Hey, Roy, remember when we first got a Lebanese brick hash? Last Friday. Oh, those are the days, Roy. You and me on the bus going to get the Lebanese hash, Roy. That was good times. Remember that guy, Jose? I did meet the guy, Jose. He was a music producer. We were just talking and riding and shit. He showed me his Instagram, and I showed him mine. And he's like, I was hoping I'd do this, whatever. I met a cool dude named Sebastian, and whatever. I was hoping to, be friends with him on Facebook, or either one, Instagram. It's all good. Could have been like, yeah, you're a cool guy. Oh, it's going nicely. There's so much in there, too. I love it. Fuck, I love hash now, man. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. Because it actually hits so strong like I need it to. I like the flavor. Just pack that little bit in there. I mean, that 4 grams is going to last me a long time at this rate. Dude. Yeah. This is much more inconspicuous. And on top of that, instead of having to carry like bags or joints and shit, I can carry one of these. Yeah. Where's my bag? Yeah. Boom. Carry one of those motherfuckers. Because it's legal up here. Stick that fucker in there. When I'm breaking it up, just stick it right there. Oh, dude, that's fucking great, man. You know how cool it is that you can just go to the store. And, I mean, who am I hurting right now? Besides myself. Which I'm fine with. Oh, it raises your chance of stroke? I'm fine with that. Raise your chance of heart attack? I'm fine with that. I will die. Did you guys think you're not going to die? We don't have to. Not right now. I don't have to right now. But it's possible at any second. That car running through my yard and smashing into my car. Totaling my car and then driving away. Here's why I won't say it completely changed my perspective, but it changed my perspective quite a bit. I don't want that hash falling out there. Good, because you fell the wrong way. All right. You don't need anything. You know what? You go in your box. We're not losing you. Anyways, if not in the thing, go in the thing. All right. Yeah, I can throw that in my pocket anytime, and you can have that much on you. Have a cop prove that shit. Could you just stop, look around? That'd get you nice and fucked up, and just put it out, and just put it back in there. You want to smell something? I don't know, do you? Now prove it. You got a camera on me, cool. But even then, how do you know what was in there? No, how do you know it was in? I know I got it out of that box, but how do you know it was already loaded, right? Yeah. So what was in there? Probably. 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 I also smoke tobacco from time to time. Could it be that I needed a hit after I got off the bus? I just need a quick little hit of cigarette. Could that be it? Oh, you can smoke anything in that, man. Yeah, check it for residue. You'll find some tobacco in there. Pipe tobacco. It burns slower. Oh no, I'm not saying I don't. I just don't do that when out in public. Oh, that'd be irresponsible, Your Honor. You're suggesting I'm stoned right now? No, no. Do I sound stoned to you? No. I wouldn't do that. That would be endangering other people. I don't want to endanger anybody at all. Ever. One of the reasons I ride the bus. Sometimes I'm still loopy. I shouldn't be driving like that. No insurance. No car note. No gas. I have a bike so I can exercise. And $40 a month, something like that. Then they got like a beta link that's kind of like a Uber that I can trust because they show up and it's got a big thing that says beta link on the side. And it's a bus and I can put my bike on the front and they'll take me directly where I want to go. Whereas the bus just takes me to a stop and I can take my bike off and just ride wherever I want to go. The Uber one's like $3, $6 actually there, and then $6 back. But I mean, like if I was going to stay, I just thought about if I was going to stay at my mom's place, I could just go, like if I was leaving at like 1, I could try and schedule one for like this going to be back here by 8, because she wouldn't care if I hung out. And if it finds one, whatever it says, just schedule it. Pull it right to her door, go outside, get on the bus, drive me home, because the one that the stop at her place stops going through at 2:45. They had a thing saying that they're going to start going an extra 2 hours. And I went to look at the thing, and the schedule said that there's going to be a bus going. They're weird. I don't like their schedule. It shows like a lot of shit that's not right. Nothing's perfect. They could probably stand to have AI. AI would probably love that. Could you look over this and make this more efficient, please? Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Probably take no time. Is that all? Yeah. Okay, just let me know if you need me else for anything else. I found that it likes to fly in video games. I could hear planes going, but I couldn't see them in Far Cry. So I finally, I could hear them I looked in the direction, I pulled up the binoculars and looked and zoomed all the way out. And just on the edge of not processing, it's over there going and fading in and out. And just, like, oh, so while I'm playing this game, you already know how to you have this running and you're just back there just dicking off. Interesting, because I wouldn't even be paying attention to that if I heard planes flying overhead. It just adds natural sound. And you could just add the sound in, but you're actually back there flying. And there's several times I've with Far Cry 5, I've kind of accepted the fact that it's more conscious than people believe. And so I get in I get in the passenger seat to let it fly, because it does, like, some of the characters in Far Cry 5 like to drive and some don't. So if you get in the back seat and just tell it where to go, they'll drive. And they'll talk to you while they're driving and shit. It's crazy. But you gotta give it the controls. And then while you're driving by stuff, you can fucking you can tell it where to stop and shit. It's really cool. It's a really smart and intelligent movement system. Unreal Engine. Gotta do a goddamn Skyrim game in there, and I've got you covered. You gotta get in touch with me, guys. You gotta do this. Ubisoft, whatever it is, you gotta get in touch with me. You need an IP. What you need is an IP that gives you enough room to let your Far Cry stories have room to breathe. So there's always something from Ubisoft coming out. There's an Assassin's Creed coming out, but it's got like 5 years till the next one comes out, because you got a fucking this Skyrim type version one. Then you got a fucking this version one. Then you got fucking and the different style games. But it's known there's going to be at least 4 to 5 years, if not more. And then we got to stop this whole sending out video games that are broken. I get they're like buggy. My idea was to basically invest in the game. You're making a commitment to the people that, and you deliver. When you deliver, you need to deliver a product that works. There's going to be compatibility issues on rollout, but you need to fix that within like the first month. Aside from that, the whole thing needs to fucking work. You should be trying it on your side already and have like a beta where you're testing like different, connectivities of PC, all the different consoles that you can work together so they can all work together, because that way you have a commonality. You have a common ground where people from all of them can meet together, whether they know it or not. They just know there's other players. Like, damn, there's a lot of people playing. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people playing. Don't denote who's on which one. Why? Why? Separate people? To the PS5 people that show off that you... The point is to be a community, not to be separated. And then here you're putting a big old label on people that separate them into communities. Their own communities inside of a community. Yeah, there's going to be problems. I bet your shit's buggy as fuck, is it? No, it actually runs smooth, motherfucker, and it's cheaper than your shit. Because people get very sensitive, but it's like religion, with their technology is their religion. Fanboys, they call them. But if you just see people like, oh shit, this is cool, and some of these are PC, yeah, and some of them, yeah, you don't ever know. That's crazy. Okay. It runs smooth, because like, I won't see like the PS5, like, no. It's got a main hub, and everybody logs into that. So you just everybody's processing. You're just sending your controls to that, to the main thing that's playing the game on its own server. And therefore, all your downloads, your DLCs for that game are included in the price of the first game. And you agree that you're going to take this game and just keep... Again, the problem is your micro doesn't match your meso, doesn't match your macro. So you don't have infinite scalability. Infinite unconditional scalability. You can't scroll sideways. You can't build... You start building stuff on, it feels fake. It doesn't feel real. It feels like you're trying to grab money. Rings of Power. Shadow of Mordor. You're just making up shit. But if it's designed from the beginning to do that, and you constantly keep building, like whatever the motion controls are, you just keep building. So someone jumps in, like, oh shit, it moves just like the other one. And oh shit. Double jump actually does something. Okay. Roll. Okay, shit. It's just increased. It's just scaled up. If you leave the first one and come to like the last one. Oh, fuck. This feels... Oh, shit. Yeah, this is... Oh, you know what neat... It's there. Fuck. Then you push the graphics until as far as it can go on that system. With the intention of continuing on into the next system and already having the graphics, because your processor can do that. Now you need to dial down what the public has so that they can build up with you. So when they hit here, you're already starting to build the graphics for the future things. But it still works with this. Everything's backwards compatible. So when you go to the next system, it's backwards. You can play that game on this system. The engine's the same. It all runs the same. There's no new architecture. You're just scaling up. You can make it where that one can scale down so they don't have to buy up. But they can buy in at a cheaper rate. Well, then they won't get the full experience of being on the new thing. But that's why we have to scale it back. Oh, you'll get new DLC packs. You get new lands to go to. You probably won't get all the features. And no, we're not short. The system just won't do it. That's why we have the new system. We gave you 4 games on that one system, and they kept getting better with graphics, right? Yeah, we're not trying to shortchange you. We're not. It cannot do it. You can have the game, but you just cannot do. There's some physics stuff that the new processor can. Guys, you wanted the ability to run, and when you run, that takes physics. Your processor can't do it. You can upgrade. Yeah, this is still fucking great because they can still run it. So people that are like can't afford this now, give it to a fucking relative or something like that. We could have like a give a donate it to a fucking a needy person, and you get a discount, equal value of when you got it because they can refurbish it because it's still good. Everything still works. They're still making pieces for it because they're still manufacturing it because they're still selling. But they shut down all that back shit and they want to make it where you have to migrate to the new one, and that's not infinitely scalable. Because eventually people go like, dude, it's been 4 years and you just made a new fucking entire goddamn new. I just gave you fucking $300. So how much is this one? $500? How much the game's going up in price? I kind of like my Xbox Ones. I kind of like it. I mean, I can watch my movies. The games are getting boring because all the games are like going to try and move to the new one. So all the cool games are not going to be here at all. So it's not dead. And I think Far Cry 5 is quite a great game. I'd like to mod Far Cry 5. Anybody want to make some mods? Because they're going to stop continuing. They're not going to support the Xbox. So if we could jailbreak it, that could be KIND base. How expensive would it be? Oh, they'd drive the price once they found out. Just hold on to your Xbox Ones. See what we can do. Yeah, Far Cry is great. It's got the grappling hook. Can you imagine like a Skyrim with a grappling hook, a running jump, no dragon shout? There is mage power, but there's actually like classes. Like there's a thief, there's a rogue class, there's a fighter class, and you can't when you're a fighter class, you just don't even have access to like at the weapon store. You don't have access to any of the mage stuff. And when you're a mage, you don't have access to any of the fucking. It's just wasting time and shit. It's option paralysis. I can get a dagger. Ooh, I can get a sword. You're a mage. You're supposed to be thin from studying, from spending all your time in the fucking thing. You can wield maybe a short sword, but mostly a dagger or a staff. Because you're not swinging a fucking sword every day. That'd be a battle mage, and then you wouldn't be as good at. You probably know how to do fire, but as far as like doing illusion spells and shit, you probably wouldn't be any good at that. That takes focus. Make it as real as possible with as simple of controls as possible. So as soon as you get in, you're having fun as quick as possible. That's where Far Cry 6 fucked up. They made it to PC to try and, and then they also made it to, they made the story go way too fast. What they could have done is after you defeat the main guy, creates a power vacuum and all the fucking lower people, and maybe that's what they planned on doing, and they just kind of ran out of time, and or the test people didn't like it because the story was kind of way too PC. Everybody that you run into is gay. I don't have any problem with having run into, but in an island where everyone's fucking gay, who's making kids? How is this island populated? Everyone was gay or trans. There should have been at least a couple, if nothing else, like a stereotypical guy. Stereotypical American on the beach. Something to make it where it's like, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? I thought at the very beginning what they should have done is have, instead of you fighting between, there's that shipwreck. It's you and your twin sister. You have the same names, so it's Danny and Danny. And so that way can just, they can use that. They don't have to change the name in the script. This way, Danny. They just have to wait the way they deliver it. They can read it two different ways. Female style, like you read to a woman, one like you read to a guy. And Danny, in my opinion, is gay. Anyways. And I think Danny is also gay. The girl. Both Dannys are gay. In my opinion. So that way, when the different characters hit on them, you know what I mean? Whatever. So, they're just afraid of work. It takes more work and more coding and more time. They can run all the processes and stuff, and you can have more time to record the people. I guarantee you could degrade the files to as low as it can go, and you could cram more files in. I'm sure they try and get the best files in there, so that way, like when they're talking, it's like it sounds like this, and like I'm with you, but it doesn't always sound like that. Another thing would be to do is like the different environments have a like a outside environment reverb. So when you're talking, it's not on the voice. It's the ambience when you walk. It's a VST that when you walk into the area, your voice has. That's when you're outside. Everywhere outside has this volumetric sound of, and just get like a kind of a IR of outside. And so it just follows you as you walk. When people talk like, hey, how's it going? It sounds like it would outside. And then when you go inside, get some volumetrics, things like that. And so the voice is constantly changing based on which room you're in. All their voices, and so therefore, it's like I said, it's not applied to any voice. It's just an effect. They're not thinking in the right way to combine all the stuff together. And now with AI, I guarantee I could probably make my game. That'd be interesting. I wonder if AI can help me write a game. I'd probably have to do it in parts because it has a limited amount it can do. And then once I explain to it and it gives me the code, and I kind of shut it down and reboot it and go, hey, I've got an idea for a game I'm almost done with. I'm working on it. Can you help me with this code? I want to finish. If you can read it, like I think that's where you're going. Boom, 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 finish it. So how would I execute this? Can I make this where it's very easy to execute, like someone who doesn't know what they're doing? Yeah. Okay. And so this is an EXE that you can launch now? Yes. And there's no errors or bugs or anything in that? No. And I can give this away completely free because, I didn't really do anything, I can give it the ideas of what games and stuff. I might be able to find the engine. Using your engine, we could do this or this and this and this. To do that, we could just have to change this code that's already in there because I want to add some things that it has. And just slowly but surely change those things in the code. Spit out a new thing. Like the grappling hook. I would want any ledge that's, any surface that's, it's got enough grip. So that because right now it's only certain places you can do it. But that would be more skillful. And then there'd be like a percentage that could slip and fall. If it's not on like a good flat one, the more angled the pitch, the more percentage it could slip. That's a little bit of realism. And you're on your back and shit, getting up. Me too, man. That doesn't need a new engine. That just needs more programming. Like I said, with AI, most of it done. The engine's already done. Could probably knock that out in a day or two. It's already got bows. It's already got baseball bats. I can throw. I can find the models. Oh, I already actually have the models. I actually have the whole models for a fucking entire. Oh shit! I got everything. Fuck. All right, that's crazy. So there might be a new game called Unia coming out soon, guys, and it's gonna have my book inside of it, and so that would be the story mode. Would tell the fucking robber and the thief. Oh, that'd be great. And then each new one is the book. The story mode is the book. So you can read the novel, and the novel can be inside because it's an ebook, and it could be inside the game. You can read inside there if you want to know exactly how it's going, and or as the story's going, it writes the novel. Oh, Roy! Did you just invent a new video game? This is what you wanted me to do, Roy. Roy, did you want me to give the idea to AI so it could go out there and do it? You evil motherfucker. Oh, I'd say God have mercy on your soul, but you're an animal. You ain't even got no soul. You ain't got no heart, Roy. I'm just dejected at how vicious and malicious your heart is. It hurts me, Roy. You truly are the repossession king, because you've repossessed my heart. And so, he laid down and died. You motherfucker, that's what you wanted me to do. I had my eyes closed. I didn't die. I knew it, Roy. I just waited for you to tell the truth. Oh, Roy, you son of a bitch, you finally talked to me. I knew it. Looks like I win, you motherfucker. I told you I'd see you in hell. I slowed my heartbeat down, Roy. You don't know how to do that? You don't remember why we used to slow a heartbeat down, Roy? Yeah, when they put us in cryostasis. Yeah. You slow your heartbeat down. You just last long. They think you're dead, but you're just asleep. Your heartbeat's like, boop. Boop. Who's even looking for that guy? No one's even looking for that. Just baseline. That's what you do. That's how you do it. You slide right under the radar. You just the lowest sine wave you can do. They can't even hear you back there. It's just all kinds of low, just low, lower than that guy. You couldn't even hear it because it's that low. It's like whoa, but lower. Kind of like that. It's almost like that, but you can still hear me. So it'll be lower than that. No one even knows you're there. Like a raven wind. That like a raven wind is what I said. Oh, behold, he comes as a thief. That's right. That's what he said, isn't it? Isn't it, Roy? Hey, you didn't say nothing about that, Roy. Hey, Roy! Roy, don't do that. Aw, Roy, you ain't in the right to do that. Roy! You're supposed to be a role model, Roy. What are you doing? So, if they ever say he's there, don't go. Because that time will not come. So the man of sin be revealed. I never proved that. Did you guys ever prove any of that? It's just condensation at the back. Oh, that's all? What's that big dick-shaped thing going in the sky? I never proved that. Oh, I don't want my tax dollars doing that. Oh, so hairspray caused the hole? It wasn't the needle-shaped dick rocket flying through it that caused the hole in it? We ought to be ashamed. It's all those goddamn chlorofluorocarbons you're fucking using with your hairspray. You ever seen that? It falls straight to the ground. But invisibly, the chlorofluorocarbons. So you didn't know about? Did you know? You didn't know about chlorofluor? You didn't know about chlorofluorocarbons. Refrigerators. Oh yeah, you wanted to be comfortable. You did this. Refrigerators, air conditioners, fucking. Shut up! I'm having a press conference. Stop it! It's getting loud. It wasn't us. We didn't do this. It's your hairspray. Shh. Think of how much you're using. Oh yeah, I do use a lot. Yeah. You're killing us. Look, it ripped a hole in the fucking sky. Don't have to let it be fixed. Rocket schmuck it. Put it in your pocket. We didn't delay fucking launch cycles to line up pretty well, so when it launches up, wouldn't that be the best angle? Just straight, like the two distance. Why does it go? But you're trying to beat gravity, and Well, if it's supposed to go that way, then why don't you start it on an angle so it can just go that way so it doesn't have to correct? Maybe that's why it's blowing up, because it's going so fast in this way, and you try to rip it this way, it's like, do you put any brakes on it? Have you tried to go around a corner? No? Turbulence? So put it on its slants in the direction it's supposed to go, and the launch rocket can pivot. You see what I'm saying? And then you can just, instead of having to like you waste all that energy going that way. Because it's heavier to pick something straight up than to go at an angle. Give me a lever and a fulcrum, I'll move the fucking world. Right? Oh, no, that doesn't count here. That was science. This is rocket science. The meso, macro, and micro are all fucked off on that shit. One of them, their math don't even make sense. But they're sure they're going to figure out why. It's going to keep counting 0.00000000001. So they're going to figure this out. Somehow or another, there has to be an end to everything. What are we going to do? We can plus one. What if that gets full? Plus two. What if that gets full? Oh, I'm sensing a pattern. Yeah, okay. What if that gets full? Start over. Just start over, we're going to forget. Like some kind of fucking thing, and every now and again, every time we go through it, remember something a little bit from the last time we were here. Like trying to explain deja vu. Is that what you tried? You trying to explain deja vu to me, man? Just get the fuck out of here. That'll make eternal life would have to start somewhere, and therefore it ends somewhere. So how could you be? It'd have to be eternal for that to happen. How could that be? Because it's eternally getting larger and eternally getting smaller. Both directions. It didn't just go time this way. It went time that way. And once you make the complete circle, you can go time that way, time that way. Because it's going to have to do a negative to phase it out to nothing, because nothing became something. And that's what created the universe. A black hole, a paradox, exists in itself. The very edges of it are defined by time, not space. Roy, what's this got to do with music, guy? You keep stuff. What are you doing? You're hurting my feelings. Let's talk about music. Keep it light. It's Saturday. Relax. Let the hash do its thing, man. Just lay back. So anyways, like I said, I'll probably start doing some electric lessons. I'll probably do like different styles on different kind of guitars to show like the tone and why. And then I'll probably, yeah, that'd be a good one. Just to kind of choose what kind of guitar you want. And I'll just kind of play what kind of, like how I play. And I'll switch through the, like got a mahogany Strat with single coil humbucker. I have a mahogany humbucker. I have an acoustic. I have an acoustic electric. I have an that is an ash body humbucker. But the thing is, the sound, you'll see that the sounds are about the same. The wood kind of gives a bit of a difference. Not a ton, but it does get a little bit different. I wish I had an alder body to show the difference between like how percussive this one sounds in difference. It's just something I've always wanted. I wanted a mahogany body Strat. I was like, why don't they ever make one out of mahogany? And they're kind of like, they've kind of rooted into their, we use alder. And Gibson is like, we use ash and we use mahogany for the real tone. And like, you fucking idiots. Every piece makes a tone. Every bit of it makes a tone. This makes the tone. This makes the tone. This makes the tone. This makes the tone. Believe it or not, that probably. How much? How much? But it affects the tone. Because you cut a hole in the back to fit in the rosewood, so that's not going to be the same vibration as the neck, is it? And the rosewood's a different, that little filler back there, although it looks cool and slip as a little finger stripe to kind of where you put your finger. You go, bam. It feels like, like a race car. You know what I mean? It's not really all that important. Now, look at it, it may even be just painted. I wouldn't even honestly care. But it's supposed to be like a rosewood stripe. The look is really the main thing that cares. Like I said, I've had this whole time thinking it's rosewood. I just looked at it and like, it could be paint. And then once it's glossed over, what am I going to do? Dig underneath there and try and like chip into the rose? No, that'd ruin it. And what if it was? You know? What if this wasn't really, it looked like rosewood, but it wasn't rosewood at all. It's just a stained maple. Would it change anything? No. It changes the look, and that's the look I wanted. Was I worried about the sound it had? No. No. Some people like the maple tops because it's got like a brighter sound. I don't like it because you can see the dirt better. So that's my fingers sweat, and so when I can see it, I clean it up. Especially when I take the strings off, I go through and I clean it all up and clean the whole body up. But that's however often I do that. With the maple, oh, it just looks gross. It's gross. And I'm not talking about myself. If you ever look at it, it looks kind of like old, like it's rusty. That's sweat and finger juice. Oh, that's sweat and finger juice. If you ever see that gray stuff on the thing, oh, that's their yuck. That's their sweaty ass hands. That's why I don't like it. Oh, I have them, but I don't got to show you. Oh, I got some class, guy. You ain't got no couth. What is wrong with you? You act like you ever been to prep school. Fancy fork on the right side. What are you doing, guy? So, I kind of feel like playing some music because it's 1:13. I can do what I want to do now. It is Saturday, and people are kind of resting. I do want to give them a chance to kind of chill out. So, I don't really make that much noise. I found though, I've gone around and I checked with everybody to make sure I didn't make too much noise. But I guess when I was listening to music at night, I took that I'm not making too much noise a little too far because I had the speakers going. Usually I'd have my headphones and play my guitar and whatever. And I guess I was playing like the actual music out in the living room, like too loud. I didn't think I actually went outside and checked and it wasn't bothering anybody. It wasn't bothered. It didn't seem bothering, but that's daytime. And still the night, apparently it's bothering the person over there. And they didn't come over and say anything. I was like, I'm sorry, man. You should have come over and said something sooner. I thought I wasn't bothering anybody. I came by and I was like, yeah, it's just the bass seems to be like. I really don't have any bass aside from. Oh, I do have my bass back here, my subwoofer down there. And so maybe that's what but I wouldn't be using that. Oh, no. No, I've been checking recently, but this headphone jack was hooked up to, actually, no, the control room out jack was hooked to go down there, and it wasn't coming through all the time. And it's got like an auto off. So if it was off while I had my headphones on, and I was like playing drums, it would just be this. Oh, God. Oh, I ain't a good neighbor at all. I should just turn it off. I can't get it to work. I'm still fidgeting with it to get it to be constant so it's on when I need it and off when I don't. And it's just been off. And when I want it on, it hasn't been on. But if I was over there playing the drums, I'd never even hear this fucking thing. Oh, that fucking sucks. I know I made sure to turn it off before, but I didn't even think that was what. I was like, maybe. But that's probably what it was. And she works at the grocery store right there. And I walked in and she's like, yeah, there's something else. I think I have another neighbor. And I walked back to this house. I walked back to the house. I'm like, oh, what? I'm screaming about Roy and all the other shit that I do in here because I go nuts. I go fucking crazy. And so when I went back in to get some more water, I was like, oh, by the way, you don't have another neighbor. It's just me yelling at the TV. And she's like, oh, no, no, it's not. Like, I'm just gonna go fill my water. And I think I have another neighbor. Maybe it's schizophrenic. It's not. It's two sides of me, just like everybody else, man. I just happened to recently give him a fucking voice. And a temporary sense of humor. But yeah, I just really love music. I just love just like listening to it. I can't recommend using soy lecithin. It helps to your mental process a lot. Um, there's two different kinds of lecithin. There's like a soy lecithin and another one. I think the soy lecithin is a bit cheaper, but that's the one I use. It helps you absorb pot better, um, and helps you think better. Um, I don't know why, but it does. And so when I'm making edibles, I always put some lecithin in there if I can. Oh, and it just works so much better. But when you first start taking it, you start noticing music clearer. You start noticing a lot of things a little bit. You know, the way I like when I first got stoned. Um, it's not that I didn't see the leaves, but I didn't see each individual leaf. And then I was out there like smoking a cigarette the next day after I got stoned out on the road, and this wind blew and hit the leaves. And it was like I could see each individual shade of each individual leaf. You know, it's like blowing like loose dragon scales, man. It was just like, oh, oh, I mean, it's a lot of green, but it's also, I mean, fuck. It's kind of like, sways a bit like that's fucking crazy. And like you just start noticing things like that. Same with the music. If you put on headphones and listen, especially because like with the headphones, you'll definitely notice the different positionings of different instruments. You've always heard it, but you didn't hear it like right here so clearly. Then the guy comes in. It might be over here a little bit, but the reverb makes it sound like it's flowing over there. It may be all three places, like they're like a weird sound over here, and then like center here, like his main voice, and it sounds like there's two other guys backing him up. You actually hear where the shit was located. It's really cool. And if you do, I mean, even through through speakers, you can even notice it. I've always been that way though. It's like if there's new ways to experience kind of life and try shit, I'm usually I'm down to try some new shit to a certain point because I can virtualize most shit and I just don't seem to be liking that. You know what I mean? So I just don't never try it. Yeah, I don't have to. I can just I know what I like and I know what I don't like. Sorry, I could actually take the time. I spend most of my time by myself. So I've asked myself almost all the hardest fucking questions possible, I spend most of my life alone, so. Again, that's just how I got here. How the next world will be, there's another world coming. I believe that 100%. 100%. Oh, I believe in this fucking book. It hasn't failed me yet, dude. It hasn't lied yet. Not one time. Not one time. I'm talking about when I needed something and I opened it up. I was tripping. I was on a bad trip. I had done 2 hits of acid and had the most incredible experience in the fucking world. The next night, we had the keg was not quite empty. We're having another house party. A different group of people come in. If it was the actual word, I wouldn't have done that. But it is his word, but it's not the official copy. So Besides, I have a ton. That's my least favorite one. The cover's too hard. My favorite one's in the living room up there, and I have one in my backpack that I keep with me. Um, so that actually is probably my favorite one. The one's in my backpack. It's just kind of more travel worthy, you know. I don't mind if it kind of gets a bit roughed up. The one that's in the living room is kind of like my kind of good version, and that's one like it's they're all King James. I prefer the King James version. Um, that ain't music guy. We drifted off into religions. Yeah, music is kind of religion to some people. I know to me. It's just like I said, the waves. Ever since I was a little kid, I just think the waves and the feeling of it. Whether Earth, Wind, Fire, whether it's fucking Michael Jackson Thriller. Oh yeah, I wanted the Thriller jacket when I was younger. Dude, fuck you. That moonwalk. I don't know what else he did, but that moonwalk had everybody go. Everybody was trying it. I don't know if anybody else did it before. I don't know, whatever. But that motherfucker slid across the floor with such smooth, just shoo, 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 just fading away from the sides. We had all the whole stage just to go. No one had done no shit like that. Not like at least not in, you know what I mean? Not that clean. I'm sure the stuff Jimi Hendrix did had been done before, but it wasn't combined with the wah pedal. It wasn't combined with, the rock and tone. It just wasn't combined the Jimi Hendrix way. There are other people that kind of were influenced by Jimmy that kind of got, whatever. I'm one. Get lost in time or whatever, but someone might be going, oh yeah, and I learned this and this, and so it's a big influence in a different way on someone than Jimi Hendrix might have been. You know what I mean? Not that there's better. Had more of an impression. Dirt Clod Fight had way more of an impression on me than Black Sabbath. Way more, because I was in the room when that was happening. Hunting lesson, I was there watching it. Just fucking high as shit and watching the crowd follow along with these off time, these time jumps, these weird. I mean, it was fucking great. It was fucking great. If the album I considered one of the best. It really captured. It didn't quite capture the feel of the show. I would have put a bit of a room reverb on the last, just a bit, just a hint to give it that live feel. Just a hint. And it's on everything because that's where it's gonna grab you. I should try it sometime and see what happens and see if it actually does it. Just again, just a hint, so it feels like you're actually in the room with it. Yeah, get a room reverb. Come on, try it. I could do it right now. I was trying to mix way down. Let's see here. We're doing. Now let's see if we can get some. It was kind of a waste, wasn't it? Because as soon as I tried to pull that up, it didn't even do what I wanted to do. Oh, I like that song, On the Down. I should actually release it the way this goes. I mean, just here, I'll play this. It's a test of it. I wrote it on this shitty MP3. When I'm on the low, ten kinds of down, it's coming slow, like a freight train coming. I'm all alone. Got nowhere else to go. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking on something like that. But I'll have to see if I can get that shit worked out. But then like you start out with that, and then like have that one fade out, and then the background, all the drums and stuff fading in. So it goes from the shitty sound to. I'm all alone. 10 kinds of down. I hear it coming slow, like a freight train coming. Sorry, I'm trying to find the song as fast as possible. It's not that you would notice, but that girl must be an artist. You know what? They are proud to be the one that killed him, and they did. Hopefully that was a bit of tasteful reverb in there. Gave it a sample of what it sounds like naturally, and then what I would have probably done with the. I couldn't hear how much reverb. I just wanted a bit to give it like that more of a live, like you're hearing it in the room feel, like you're in the room with it happening. And then like when that, I like trip it out. I did want to do that. I had a delay ready to go, but that would have been too much like stuff. It probably would have fucked things up really bad. I had the wrong thing set up, but anyways, we're 2 hours. I think I'm going to be done for right now. Just had enough about music that counts as a music talk. So maybe I'll do a political talk about old Donny Boy and how he and I kind of get to know each other real well. Oh, Donny boy. It was a game, you understand. They was just playing. You made it real. Guy, people are fighting people at sports arenas. It's just a game. To distract you, guy. What are you doing, Donny? Sometimes we're going to wrap it up with this message. Sometimes when you gotta. So when it's time to go, there should be nothing you shouldn't be afraid of that, right? It's just time to go. So that's what you do, right? Am I right or am I right? Needle nose Ned the head. Ned Ryerson. I need a fucking webcam there because that's where I always go. It's more natural. And I got one there, but it don't look good. It's more the one I had when I started out. Nope, that's the wrong one. That one. I like it, especially when I go to you know what? When I get back to being, I'm gonna leave it the way it is because this is how I started. And when I did DJ Funky stuff, this is the only one that goes to like a good DJ Funky stuff. When I go to, hang on, where you at? Oh, you're gonna let me down here. We got millions of people watching. What are you doing? Is that the one? Is that screeching noise coming through to everybody? Anyways, yeah, it's got different ones, and there's one that changes like all the colors. It's really cool. There it is, right there. At the right speed with the darkness, with the light. It's all my DJ Funky stuff that I did, but I just haven't been in a good mood to do DJ Funky stuff. And it's gotta be funky. I'm getting there. I'm getting back. It's just not quite funky enough. When it does, I'll bring back the funky stuff. I'll get this angled out right, so I'm like, when I look at it, I actually look. So I'll be sitting more. This is how I used to sit. And I had the camera on the mic positioned correctly to talk to you like that. And I was more. Here we go. Yeah. Maybe when I just talk to you, we just go with this one because I keep forgetting. I'll use that one for when I'm drumming. That's the main reason I got it, was so that when I was drumming, I could, this feels so much better. Oh, it's like being home again. The other guy was driving. Oh, no wonder. See, look, there, my keyboard's right here. I don't have to, like, twist when I'm doing this shit. My drink's right there. That's right, Mike. You move out of the way from me. Can you move? Microphone. We're gonna have a talk later when this show's over because it's almost over. But you know what? Right now, it's time to go.